The American state of California is downhill skateboarding's spiritual home. Racers go head-to-head on courses ranging from half a mile to several miles in length. They regularly reach speeds in excess of 50 miles per hour, and the fastest ever recorded run is a staggering 86 miles per hour. Engel is one of downhill skateboarding's leading exponents. He was given his first board aged 6 and originally concentrated on the sport's better-known disciplines, street and vert. Ten years went by before Daniel was introduced to downhill.
Me and my best friend have always been very competitive, and he started downhill skateboarding. And I was like, well, I gotta start doing this too, and it took me a long time. I was really conservative. I didn't want to fall. It hurts, you know. But over time, being competitive, I started playing hardball with him a little bit, and then started racing, had fun with it, and I'm here now.
The 26-year-old finished 5th in this year's International Downhill Federation World Cup. The IDF World Cup comprises 12 events around the world in a diverse range of countries, including Australia, Brazil, and South Korea. With prize money limited and sponsorship scarce, life on the tour is hardly luxurious.
You're not doing the resort thing when you're traveling. You're staying in someone's home, you're riding around with them, you know, doing laundry with them, cooking, cleaning, living like the locals, eating like the locals, sleeping like the locals, the whole bit. And so for me, culturally, it's been very eye-opening. It's definitely shown me so many beautiful people and places in so many different walks of life.
Engel hails from Bakersfield, some 2 hours north of Los Angeles. For the past few years, he's organized the Bakersfield Outlaw, a downhill event that takes place in the hills around the city. Both street luges and skateboarders race at Bakersfield, with competition split into open and junior categories. The event attracts entrants from around the country. One of those taking part is IDF Secretary Max Vickers.
Everywhere you go, it's kind of, you know, each race is kind of a big family gathering. It's a smaller, tight-knit community, and everybody's friendly. We're here in Bakersfield. It's more of a grassroots event. It's a smaller outlaw. It's been happening for a few years now. So it's fun to still see these smaller grassroots events popping up, as well as events on the World Cup circuit.
It seems really nice. A lot of people are just willing to help you no matter what, and even I'm from San Diego, but we all come up here together and have fun, and we'll travel to meet each other, and I mean, there's races all over the world, free rides all over the world, so it's pretty close and supportive.
Skateboarding street and vert disciplines will make their Olympic debut at the 2020 Games in Tokyo. However, downhill has not been included in the Olympic program, despite being arguably a greater spectacle than either of its skate siblings.
One of our goals is just to continue building our profile, both within the community and outside the community. So reaching different media networks and things to push, you know, some of the media and footage that we have, because people love to see it. It's a crazy, gnarly sport. And, you know, eventually the Olympics could be cool.
I have that hashtag. Morgan, you just first?
The Bakersfield event is an outlaw race, meaning official permission to compete on public roads has not been obtained. The road is closed for a few minutes at a time whilst racing takes place, with marshals stationed at strategic points along the course.
Most owners of vehicles are stoked on it. It's like, wow, the guys are out here racing, doing something on the weekend, you know? And but we do have a couple guys that don't necessarily care for what we do, and they'll call the CHP or the police, and the police will come out, make sure we're being safe and doing what we need to be doing, and just, you know, give us a little warning, but most of the time they're out there just to watch and have fun just like us.
Despite sound organisation and stringent safety measures, there's no getting away from the dangers of downhill. Earlier this year, a racer lost his life at an event in Spain.
Concussions are fairly common. I'd say that's probably one of the biggest injuries. I've broken fingers, toes, hands, mostly extremities. I've broken a few helmets and taken a few crashes that I really thought were going to hurt me much more. I was even ran over by a car at one point early on in my downhill skateboarding career. It's all about respecting the road, respecting your riding style, and you know how good you are as opposed to everyone else out there. You know, kind of judge it and stick with the people that you're more comfortable skating with, and odds are you'll have fun, you won't get too hurt.
Go!
With temperatures forecast to exceed 40 degrees Celsius, the decision is made to start the competition early and complete it within 2 hours. Daniel's day is a maelstrom of multitasking as he combines the roles of event organizer and competitor.
Once I'm on the line, I'm definitely a different person. I dig deep, and it's almost a little scary sometimes what I pull out of there when it's time to kick off the line. I'm friends with the guys I'm skating with at the top, and I'm friends with them at the bottom, but during that track, I'm trying to decimate them down there.
With the racing over, Daniel invites the downhill community back to his home to cool off, enjoy a barbecue, and reflect on the day's events. Engel's organizational duties meant he wasn't in peak racing form on the day, but he still managed a third-place finish in the open category. The 9th edition of the Bakersfield Outlaw was won by local rider Max Capps.